To the stage, Camille Giammarino. Give her a hand, Camille. Actually, we're going to hand that off to her. Beautiful.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. No, it was actually from East Merchants to Center Merchants. That's how far enough. Anyway, I'm Italian, right? Italian. That's right. And you know how I know that? Because I grew up with plastic. That's right. You grew up with plastic? Right, Nicole, you had it too? On your shoe. No kidding. I had it on the couch. I had it on the tablecloth. You know, my mother used to get so excited every time she bought new lampshades because they already came with the plastic. And I was telling her, you gotta take this crap off of here. She goes, no, it's a plastic. Of course, it's good. You know, we had a plastic runner that ran the whole length of the room, right? That was the only thing we were allowed to walk on. And that was just the basement. Seriously. My mother had a $100,000 kitchen upstairs, right? But she cooked on a $100 stove in the basement. That's right, upstairs was for company. Did you live in a house like that? No, you're Irish, right? There you go. I used to love going to my Irish friends' house. They had a pool table in the basement. I used to come home and go, Mom, they got a pool table in the basement. She goes, hey, Irish, what do you want? Anyway, I gotta tell you, you always hear about how guys grow up in an Italian family, but you never hear about how women grow up. I'm gonna tell you how we do that. I have a brother, the king, the son. You're lucky. When my parents would call his name, it was like Bocelli singing an aria. And when they called me, it was you. Come on. 5 years younger than me. He was able to come home after midnight. I had to be home at 11. Why? Because things happen after 12. I said to my father, what things? And he explained it in 2 words. Never mind. So I went to my Irish friend's house and I asked the parents, what the hell happens after 12? Well, she told me. I said, that? I do that at 9 because I got an 11 o'clock curfew. My father didn't know how to explain things. My mother explained it worse. My mother was born in Italy. That's a problem. That was a basic problem. She actually told me one day when I came home from school, I'm making with the quickie. Scared the bejesus out of me, I gotta tell you. So anyway, she opens up the oven, she takes this pan out, puts it on the table. I said, Mom, it's a quiche. She's like, what are you talking? It's a Q-U-I-C-H-E, quiche. My mother had a problem with the English language. My mother also had a problem with things like sleepovers. Okay? They didn't do sleepovers in Italy, I guess. Right? Did you ever have sleepovers? There you go. See, everything I'm saying today is the truth. Right? But I bet you your mother didn't make you feel guilty about it when you asked. Right? I'd say to my mother, can I go sleep over Shirley's house? And she'd go, so, you're not liking your bed, eh? Is that it? You like the bed spread, the mattress soft, everything the plug in the corner, la cuisine, and you don't like it. That meant no. Then I decided to see if Shirley can come live at my house, sleep over my house. And she goes, so, now I run an orphanage. How she know that? She don't like her bed with the bed spread, the curtains and everything. She know that. Okay. Halloween. How did you fare out on Halloween? Was it good? It wasn't bad, right? It wasn't great, was it? No. She's Italian. Now I'll tell you what happened, how my Halloween used to go anyway. She didn't mind us going to Halloween parties. That was okay at school. And all my friends' mothers, you know, especially the Irish kids, They would dress up in these beautiful costumes. Their parents would make, they'd come in like little ballerinas, right? Right? My mother put an old house dress on me, an apron, and a babushka. Told me to go as a gypsy. I went as a gypsy till I was 13. Then I grew into the house dress. Told me to go as an old lady. Till this day, I freaking hate Halloween. Not one of my favorite holidays. Then my grandmother was with us. That was another peach. You have family living with you? You're lucky. My grandmother was a strong, tough woman. You know, she buried 2 husbands. 2. All by herself. Never a stranger. Anyway, you walk into her room, it was like a cathedral. She had pictures of saints all over the place. Saint Michael, Saint Teresa, Saint Sinatra. That was her favorite. But she also liked wrestling. And I'm telling you, she really got into it. I cannot believe how old people like wrestling. And she had her favorites. She always had her favorites. The ones with the craziest names, those were her favorites. And you hear, hit him! This is the same woman that used to say the rosary on a Wednesday afternoon in front of Saint Sinatra. And then at night she's looking to kill somebody. Unbelievable woman. But that was my grandma. It was really rough trying to explain to the neighbors when she used to run around with a cape and tights. I honest, she likes wrestling. What can I tell? Listen, anybody in here have dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, who's saying yes? Oh, Mike, yeah.
5 dogs.
5. You got 5. He's good. I have 2. You treat your dogs like family?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Anybody else? Right? What kind you have?
Siberian Husky.
Ooh, that's a big baby. You treat it like a dog or you treat it like a kid?
He sleeps on the couch and sleeps.
Perfect. I have the same scenario, but only mine are 2 little small dogs. Now we are called parents, right? We are parents to these four-legged little beasts. I love my dogs, I really do. And every year I send out cards just to show everybody how big they got. They don't grow, they're little miniatures. But I mean, I have to send it out to get little outfits and everything. But my daughter comes to me one day, she said, you know, I don't understand this. You never did that. You never did that for me. You don't treat me as good as you treat these dogs. Oh my God, don't you remember when I used to swat you across the nose with a newspaper? So jealous. So jealous. Anyway, I gotta tell you, in training dogs, I found out one thing. They only understand one-word commands. Like sit, stop, no. Very similar to my husband. And speaking of husbands, I have been married for 45 years. Thank you. Thank you. That equates to 15 years per husband. Oh, I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket. Do I am. And I got to tell you, that man never listens. He just don't listen. You know, the other day I said to him, don't have the painter come on Tuesday, because I'm going to be out of town. Okay, everybody, guess what day the painter came? Thank you. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was Tuesday. So he comes home the other day, he walks in the house, and we go, hola, ¿cómo está? He said, what the hell are you talking in a foreign language for? I said, well, English doesn't seem to be your first language. Honest to God, I don't understand. You have that problem? Anybody else have that problem? Do I stand alone in this world? Man doesn't listen. Anyway, my name is Camille, and I thank you all so much for coming out tonight.
Camille! Giammarino-Bowman!